Glenn Durrant of Cleveland has booked a place in the last 16 of the Masters. Beat Craig Baxter of Scotland a few moments ago, and he is delighted to have moved through. You're shaking. You're still shaking.
That's absolutely fantastic. I'm over the moon. Delighted.
Talk us through the game from your perspective. David Croft's with us as well.
About an hour ago, I was in the Lakeside qualifier, grand final, and I lost. So an hour ago, I was so disappointed. I wasn't even interested in playing tonight. All of a sudden, I've gone from depression to ecstasy. I'm over the moon.
How did you manage to pick yourself up?
It was difficult, but Alan Edwards, he's travelled with me this weekend. He's been fantastic. But also a guy called Tony Eccles. He just sat with me, words of wisdom. He got me through that. I'm over the moon.
Well, what is it about Tony Eccles that he's seen something in you this weekend? I mentioned in commentary, he rushed up to me yesterday, he said, Crofty, Glenn Durrant, watch out for him this week.
I grew up with Tony, a place called Grangetown, and I'm sure they're all watching there. I've had a few text messages from the lads this weekend, but I grew up with Tony and big fan of his, so a couple of words of wisdom when I needed it.
What goes through your mind when you have darts for the match? And it is so important to you. You've got the disappointment of going out, and we know how much getting to the Lakeside means to you guys. Yeah. And then you're back on the stage here, and you're thinking, I might get beaten again here.
The second time it was really difficult. I'd had 3 darts at double tops and missed already, Ray, so the second time felt a little bit better. But that double 10, I mean, that has hurt me over the years, and people who are watching in the Thornsey Workman's Club will know that double 10 is not my favourite double.
Good job you had double 16 to win the match.
Double 16, that's my favourite double, and it's quite apt that I finish on that.
But it was good to get up there in front of the TV cameras as well.
Fantastic.
You won't be as nervous against John Boy, will you?
What a fantastic stage. I mean, ESPN have done a fantastic job. That was pretty special up there, and when you go out and play 3-4 nights a week in local clubs, to spend 15 minutes on there, fantastic.
Have you paid him to say that, or have I got to pay him to say that about the stage?
I think I've got a couple of quid.
The TV does it justice, because that is a sensational stage.
Well, Tony Eccles said we've got to back you, said you're the dark horse. Can I just remind you something? Didn't you take Martin Adams really close in a Masters a few years ago?
I thought about that on the winning double, because I needed 156 against Martin in 2005, and I went treble 20, and I stood back, and I nearly hit the treble 18 going for that. So I must admit, I was thinking about that when I need that winning double.
And you thought about it at that moment.
Absolutely.
Incredible the way so many things can go through your mind at the same stage.
Double top, lots of things go through my mind, but at this moment I'm a happy man, Ray. Very, very happy man.
Go and calm down. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Thank you
well
so much.
done.
And
good performance.
Thank you.
Okay, let's take a look at the state of play. We're getting going in this year's Masters, and it's already exciting. Martin Phillips has gone through, beating Colin Fowler 3-2. We've just seen Glenn beat Craig Baxter by 3 sets to 2. Coming up later, Ewan Hislop is going to play Robert Wagner. Radek Shagansky is going to play Christian Gist. Also this evening, Kevin Thomas against Stevie Douglas and Richie Howson against Andrew Gilding. And then Rick Hofstra against Jim Vidmar of the United States, and Stephen Bunting, plenty of experience, against Peter Johns. Another match coming up next now, Crofty. What are your thoughts on the matches we're going to see for the rest of the evening?
I think the thoughts are, so far we've seen 2 quality matches that have both gone all the way, and the new guys that we're seeing on the camera seem very accustomed to their surroundings up there. They're not nervous, they're not tense, they're producing some really good darts, and I really hope that continues, because it just shows that there is a strength and depth in this BDO system, and it's great about today. We're seeing a lot of guys we've never seen a huge amount of on our TV screens actually producing the goods.
Would you say this is a great opportunity for themselves to make a name for themselves?
Without a doubt.
And as all the players tell us all the time, it's one thing playing on the multi-board system, but when you get up there, it can be different, and you can't beat or replicate getting up there and getting that experience.
Oh, exactly. I was just talking to Glenn before we were in the advertising break, and I was saying, a bit better than your last TV match, that one. He said, oh, don't remind me. He lost 9-1 to Terry Jenkins at the UK Open. Well, he's gone out there now, produced the darts that we know he can do. The darts that took him to the semi-finals of the English National this year. He is a dark horse and one to watch.
We're going to see Robert Wagner a little bit later. Is he still doing those somersaults? Is he still doing a bit of the acrobatics?
I think his age has caught up with him just a touch. Gary Robson says he wants him on stage to show him how some somersault should really be done. Wagner's a curious species. When he's on form, he's absolutely fantastic, but we've seen him go to pieces before as well. But he'll be under pressure because he knows that the guys underneath him, the underdogs, might be on a bit of better form. I don't know.
David, thank you. Early days of the Hull Arena, but we're enjoying ourselves. It's the Winmar World Masters here on Humberside. Live coverage on ESPN throughout the weekend. We'll be back in a few minutes' time.